run out of gas? Maybe. Did I almost crash my drone at the bottom of a canyon? Possibly. Did I find Santa's missing reindeer? You bet I did. And did we have to spend a night in the car?
So we might have made a mistake.
Well, I guess you'll have to watch and find out. Time to go walk down inside first volcano in Iceland. Hopefully we don't get stuck down there. It's ice at the bottom. I mean, it is the place of ice and fire, so see the bottom. That's volcano, and we're in it. We're thinking about going down the volcano. Now we gotta go back up. Yep, that's a lot of stairs. Here are the 3 things I have to do while I'm here in Iceland. First one, take the best photo in my entire life, even if it means going to kind of a sketchy rundown trailer park to get a photo, and or maybe sacrificing all my camera gear, falling into a river to get the shot. 2, to get a drone shot of a volcano, hopefully erupting in lava without destroying my brand new DJI Avata 2. Spoiler alert, I might have crashed the drone twice, flying up in the clouds, lost it a little bit, and stay to the end, see if I made it back with my drone. Number 3, go whale watching, and hopefully I can make friends with a whale without freezing to death, preferably. And for a bonus, try to find the best cup of coffee in all of Iceland as we travel the countryside. Then throughout the trip, I'm gonna tell you why it took me almost 13 years to get to Iceland. We got the first waterfall in Iceland. We went down a mudslide path. It's pretty amazing. Oh, and I forgot to mention the camera's getting soaked because of the mist coming off the waterfall. Oh yeah, sadly, no drone. Taking a stroll to the geyser. Unfortunately, another no-fly zone. When am I ever gonna be able to fly my drone in a cool place? Ooh, check out this little hole. It's a little geyser. Hopefully find a big one soon. Pretty cool, right? So here's a little background info. As a kid, I love movies, love TV shows, watched it all the time, slightly obsessed. Don't worry, I played outside in the back of the woods, went down in the town, riding bikes, playing ultimate hide and seek in the town village, so don't worry, still played outside, but I was obsessed with movies, TV shows. Now, I've always wanted to create movies, but I never wanted to move to Hollywood, California, do that scene. I'm from a little town, New Hampshire, that no one's ever heard about. I kind of gave up on that dream because I didn't want to move out there. It's so cold and windy. Beautiful spot back there. Check that building out. Isn't that sweet? Right in front of the mountains. I want to live there. Spoiler alert, I can and do in fact make movies in New Hampshire, more like videos for YouTube and things like that, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Coffee at the hotel this morning, subpar. We're at the geyser. Let's have some coffee here and let's give it a rating. Hotel coffee, 3 out of 10. I made it myself, so it was my fault that it wasn't good. Hopefully this coffee's better. Geyser coffee, 8 out of 10, so much better than this morning's coffee. I appreciate it. Now I'm gonna be able to stay awake because it's still like, still pretty early. Haven't seen anything yet saying I can't fly a drone here at the big waterfall. Hopefully we get to fly the drone for the first time. New Avata 2, hopefully doesn't go plummeting into the water to its demise. That sign makes me very sad. Guess I'll just go sell my drone. Sad I can't fly the drone, but still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Worth it. Somewhere back there is a waterfall flying down off a mountain, and I think this is a prime opportunity to try my drone out. Okay, take 2 of trying to get drone up there. We're kind of far away by the road, so we found this like old abandoned. It's super like destroyed around here, so we think this is an okay place to fly and get up there. A little windy. Hopefully we don't lose it. We got the shot without losing the drone. Thank goodness. We went yellow lining a little bit at the very top. I was trying to fly. You'll see it coming down, banking. I was going full velocity. It kind of started drifting a little bit, and then I dropped it, scooped it, got down, then flew out. That was sweet. Talk about unreal. That's an actual place in the world. That's crazy. All right, time to go. Super windy. Just got done here at the Blue Lagoon. It was amazing. Only got lost once. I couldn't find my way in there. The face mask, the drinks, the atmosphere, the nice warm water. Gotta be good for the beard. All amazing, worth going to. We're gonna go to the Lava restaurant and have some tasty food. Lava Cafe, fantastic food over at the Blue Lagoon. And the latte, maybe not as good as the last one. I'd give it a 7 out of 10, delicious, but all the food was 10 out of 10 for sure. And then we got into some crazy business I'll tell you about in the morning, and you're gonna wanna hear this because I thought we were done for, straight up. Thought we were gonna be walking home, so stay tuned. Sparkle stairs, pretty sweet. But good morning, everybody. Before I tell you the craziness that almost led us astray last night, let's get the drone in the air, get some sweet shots back here. Down a dirt road, middle of nowhere. But we found a really cool river. That's what we're trying to find, and we found it. And you gotta know when to use a drone because you only got 3 batteries. First drone shot was amazing. This spot, maybe I'll save it for a cool waterfall. Hey, we got a bumpy ride here. Oh, big bumps coming up. I think you missed one, you should go back. So let me tell you how we ran out of gas as I am walking over to this beautiful waterfall behind me. So last night getting out of Blue Lagoon, it was a great time, great food, live restaurant, highly recommend if you're in Iceland. As we started the car, we then realized that the gas light was at 0. Gas light went on, usually it's no worries, you got like 40 miles, I don't know how much that's in kilometers, but usually you got some time before you have to hit the gas station. So popping Google where the closest one is, we're like, all right, sweet, it's like 4 kilometers away, perfect, we're gonna make it. We start going and I guess lava destroyed the road or something because there's a guy saying you can't go that way. So we're like, oh man, we already drove a little bit to get that far and we're running out of gas. So we turned around, he told us where to go. We started going, then the gas gauge went down to nothing. It started flashing like, you need gas now. And we were driving along, coasting most of the way. Finally got to the gas station pump and you never know it, but none of the cars worked whatsoever. So the cars didn't work. We were trying to figure it out. Didn't make sense. The self-serve, there's no one around to help. I was like, oh no. So we ended up leaving there after 15 minutes of trying to get gas. We were like, we're gonna not make it to the next one because then we had to drive another like 9 kilometers away. And we were going, cruising, coasting, trying to make it. I started feeling the car like not have as much power. But eventually, we made it. I was taking a nap in the car earlier, and the culprit behind the gas situation is behind me. She decided to not get gas beforehand, but we eventually made it. We got gas. The diesel pump is not green here, that's a regular one, so you gotta make sure not to put diesel in the car. We also tried to charge electrically. That didn't go over so well. Couldn't figure that out for the life of us. Probably an hour drive after that, made it home. And now we got this beautiful view here. So that's the time that we ran out of gas in Iceland. I forgot to mention, this isn't the first time that she likes to go when the numbers stop counting for the gas. It's a common effect, just scarier when you're in a different country. Don't throw it at me! Don't hit me! No! She's throwing rocks at me! Run! We got the iconic Iceland waterfall right here. We're gonna go walk behind it, hopefully get a drone shot. Hopefully no birds get hit in the way and my drone doesn't go sinking down. Guys, it was a little wet getting close over there. Anna said not to do it with the camera and everything without snow pants or nothing, so I started. Big mistake. Soaking wet. Hopefully you're still good. Take 2, going with the iPhone, and we're all suited up with no pants. Let's see how wet we can get. We've made it further.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Nope. As you can see, got completely destroyed, completely soaked, hair's ruined. I'm glad we went back to the car for the stuff because I'd be drenched. I mean, we did stand under the waterfall in all fairness, so that was our fault. Let's fast forward a few years when I was 16 in high school, and now I want to become a graphic designer. My brothers told me about this class. They thought it'd be awesome for me to do, so I took it. Took all the classes there were. I started in freshman year, and then senior year, I was still taking it. I didn't take any study halls until I was a senior, so I had all those study halls. I just spent the entire time in the graphics room, probably 4 hours a day, honestly. Then my teacher got me 2 jobs, one making maps, and then the other one was working for a magazine. And as a 16-year-old kid, this was amazing, having my work published in books that people were buying, reading, selling, and all of this. It was just really amazing. Any question was literally one keyword search away. YouTube was the biggest teacher in my life, especially where as someone with ADD, really hard to focus, and when I want to learn something, I learn it so much better. So I wanted to learn these things, so I looked it up, figured out how to do it, and made it happen. This was a life-changing platform, and if it wasn't for YouTube, I probably wouldn't be in Iceland right now, exploring this world. Now let's see if I can fly the drone from back to front without crashing it, zooming right up through. Let's go. So attempt number 1 did not go as planned. I was flying through it, veered to the left, bounced off, slam, crash land. You'll see the footage. It did not go as well as I thought. So hopefully take number 2 will go so much better than take number 1 because I was a little worried about the drone, but it seems to be fine. My wife is trying to kill me. She's making me jog on this pathway so I can get here a little quicker. Wearing steel-toe boots. Did I mention? I'm pretty sure one of my toes is broken, big toes, from kicking someone, so running also does not feel the best. What can you do? I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. Amazing view. We got the church back there. That's church, right? Lighthouse? Penitentiary. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what it is.
I think it's like a...
Probably lighthouse or something back. We'll go check it out in a minute, but top of the world. This is amazing. That sun really hurts. We're trying to get some sweet shots, but they still have all these signs that say this.
That's a cliff. Oh.
I have found a new hatred of signs. I just want to fly my drone. Huge cliff right here. No nets. If this was in America, there'd be plenty of nets, ropes, things you can't go across. But nothing. You can just like jaunt right off. Take a little leap of faith, dare I say. But please don't do that. That's not good for your health or your wealth or your well-being. So stay on the path, stay having fun. This is absolutely breathtaking. Iceland, it's a place to be.
I'm shouting it to the world.
There comes a time in everyone drone's pilot's life where you have to make a choice. Whether you abide by the drone signs that are of evil or just risk it for the biscuit. I haven't decided yet. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you just gotta know when not to fly the drone. I guess this is one of those times. Maybe next time. But I mean, even no drone, you still can't beat that view. Day number 3 in Iceland. We have another amazing waterfall behind us here. We have amazing stairs over there that we're not gonna go down or up or anything in between because that's too many stairs. I'd rather see the waterfall from the bottom anyway. Hopefully it don't get us soaked as it did the other one because I'm still drying out pretty much. Check it out. You know you're in Iceland when you go to a massive waterfall as cool as that, and then you're there for 5 minutes, you're like, well, all right, time to go, another waterfall. Made it down to the black sand beach. It's amazing black sand. And let's go check out a plane that's crashed right over there. We kind of wimped out, took the bus down. We might walk back. It said 4-mile walk, so we didn't want to do that. But it didn't seem too far, so I think on the walk way back we're gonna walk. But let's check out the plane while we're here. Excuse me, no parking zone. You're gonna have to move your vehicle. I would say that flight was a success. Goodbye, airplane. It was fun flying through you. Didn't hit this plane on the first try. I went right through the first one, so getting better. Hole was a little bigger, so it was a little easier. But now, time to trek all the way back. You can't see the parking lot from here, so we're just gonna start walking, see how long it takes. We should probably set a timer, see how long it takes.
Do it.
Here we go. Well, there it is. There's the bus we could have been on, but are currently walking back. Nothing sadder than seeing what could have been. Long walk back, I found a rock. I have an idea. How many years will it take till another pair of hands touch that rock? Who knows? 20 minutes of walking, took a layer off, getting hot, see the parking lot. We're almost there.
No, we're not.
Okay, we're not almost there. I like to say that though, makes me feel better. I've been flying the drone a lot. Not finding many volcanoes that are active yet. Hopefully still find one. But this place is pretty cool. It's a cave. Let's go exploring. Just got done in the grocery store. A lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. We got some cool snacks. Got a giant cookie. Got a coffee in a can. Pretty good, maybe 5 out of 10. A little fuel before we go to the next stop. Let's go. Welcome to the first place they have ever allowed drones to be flown. This is great news. There's a giant cavern over there, crevasse from a waterfall, and they let us fly drones as long as I'm not bothering any wildlife. Iceland, thank you. Drone envy flying in here. I'm pretty sure someone was flying Alexa or an Ari or a Red camera on a drone. Then they got the really expensive DJI ones cruising down. I just got my little FPV drone that got some sweet shots. This one behind me, she didn't want to go out on the edge of the pier. She was
but I did it.
Little hesitant. You did it. You did it. And you're spotting me, spotting my drone, protecting myself. So I appreciate it. We got some sweet shots. Now we're going down a little further to get some other shots. But this canyon is absolutely amazing. And they let drones be here, so can't be happier. hole. Just flew through that. That was so intense. Only cut out a little bit, dropped it down. And this is why I started getting a drone probably like almost 10 years ago. I was building up to this moment. Not that I was flying FPV, that was a couple years ago, but building up to this moment, being able to fly amazing shots through amazing places. That's what we're talking about. Hannah, when are you flying a drone?
I'll fly.
What? I gotta go. So here I am. This brings me to when I was 17, went to college, had to get my paper signed by my parents because I was still 17. So I remember my father asking if getting into graphic design was something I really wanted to do, because I believe on the news it said something like graphic design is one of the top 5 worst paying jobs to have. And I still wanted to do it. I still really enjoyed it. And my parents were very supportive, even though it didn't look like it was gonna go well. Now, am I saying college is for everyone? Probably not, but if you're gonna be a doctor or something, please go to college, because I've had too many doctors in my life and I appreciate what they do, so we need them to go to college and learn everything they can. Now, someone like me in a graphic design degree probably didn't have to go to college, but I really appreciated the experience, the people I met, still have great connections to this day, and I wouldn't have changed anything. I love Photoshop from being a graphic designer, but now I needed something to work with inside Photoshop, so now I started getting into taking more photos. So from graphic design to photography, the only thing left is videography. Well, I guess there's animation, but that's way too intense. Maybe someday I'll get into it. I did one class in college with that, but there was snow days probably every day but 3 classes, so I didn't learn a whole lot. But videography, I've done a couple of videos in the past before, but nothing as intense as my life's got into after college. The tricky thing getting with videos, it was a little the same, but it was totally different because now you're shooting 24 photos every second rather than just one every once in a while. Then there's also the editing software, which is super intimidating if you don't know anything, but that's what I say again. YouTube is a lifesaver. YouTube made me and gave me the chance to be here. Now, the way my brain works is when I'm into something, I teach myself, I want to learn. That's how I get the most done, most out of what I'm doing. And I wanted to get into videos, especially when I got my first drone. I was like, this is sweet, but now I want to make some videos. So then I started YouTubing everything, and I mean everything I could in video work, especially drone work. And this is why I'm in Iceland, because people like Peter McKinnon, Maddie Hapoya, Daniel Sheffer, and so many others, Film Riot, there's so many people that I watched, I couldn't even tell you everyone, but they were huge impact, and everyone I saw, they always, especially when I started learning videos, they always came to Iceland. And since I learned my videography from those guys, I learned how beautiful this landscape is. I knew someday I really wanted to come here so I could do what they showed me how to do all those years ago. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am of them. And they'll probably never see this, but if you do, guys, I can't tell you how much you really mean to me, and I learned so much from you guys. So I appreciate all those tutorials, even though tutorials aren't probably the most fun thing to do. You guys really made it worth it and got me to Iceland. And on top of that, I'm doing what I love. I spend my days editing, my days filming. Now I spend my vacations doing even more of the same. I feel blessed that I have the opportunity to come here and do what I do for work, what I do for fun, all at the same time with my wife. Oh, did I mention that we're going whale watching and with someone that we know back from home, and they just happen to be coming to Iceland as well, so it's gonna be a great time. Hopefully we see some whales, and I can't wait to meet you up there. Have you ever flown your drone under a waterfall? Nope, but I'm gonna give it a try. So if flying through a waterfall wasn't cool enough, let's take a step up. Let's go through the clouds and cliff dive over. is settling just a little bit. Flew it into the clouds, so that mountain right there is over 1,500 feet high. The drone can only go up so high, and when it hits that, it stops. So I was like so close. I was like, please just don't. So it went up, stopped in the middle of the clouds. So I didn't know what direction it was, didn't know what it was facing, didn't know if it was still in manual mode or not. It just stopped. I'm pretty sure it hovered. So I was like, okay, hover. So I came down a little bit, popped it in manual mode, wouldn't let me. So I got even further down. Then it let me go in manual mode, and then it did something weird and stopped, I think, again. And it was just freaking me out a little bit because, you know, flying in clouds with drones, not the smartest idea. But managed to pop it in manual mode, came down a little bit. Wasn't the shot I was hoping for, but it was still pretty cool. Intense. That was pretty intense, but fun. So things don't transfer over because we have this staircase right behind me, and I thought this was like in skiing a black diamond for wheelchairs, and because it's like pretty steep, like going up it. This is like normal, so pretty steep, but it's still fun to go up. But we actually found out it's for luggage. It just makes sense. Lived in New Hampshire my whole life, enjoyed the snow, but I have not enjoyed a glacier like this one yet. So first time at a glacier. This world's pretty amazing. Oh, forgot to mention the coffee. Coffee at the hotel this morning, not bad. Cappuccino, maybe 4 out of 10, but then the coffee, maybe 5 out of 10. Something about these hotels, man, just, we gotta find some better coffee. Oops. Hold on. Ah, that was a bad rock. All right, one more time. There we go. Ta-da! Here's the burning question. Are we able to walk on the glacier? Let's go make friends with the glacier. And here you have it, in Iceland, walking on a glacier. Did I mention how slippery it is walking on a glacier? Because, you know, it's ice.
I know.
Hopefully, camera, you do okay? Who knew standing on a glacier could be so hot? No wonder why they predict in 200 years it might not even be here. Because I am sweating. So here comes the I told you so moment. So right out of college, moved back to my parents' house, tried to get into some freelancing, doing it by myself, and there goes Lucas's bank account down to $7. So I ended up getting a job in something I thought I'd never do for work. There's 2 things I never want to do. That'd have to be a totally separate video, but I never gave up on graphic design, photography. So I worked my regular job 5 days a week, teaching martial arts up to 4 nights a week, playing music 2 nights a week, trying to have a social life, and still spending all the rest of the time learning how and searching on YouTube to be better at graphic design, photography, and now starting to get into videography. So 10 years go by since my first graphic design job, and slowly, and let me tell you how slowly, kind of like the glacier melted behind me, slowly it was to build up my client list until I could finally go full time. But it wasn't quite that easy. Here, let me tell you at the next block. Behind us, we made some horse friends, and Hannah learned a lot about not touching metal wires, zapped herself, and then a horse was so close, but then his little nose got touched by the wire, and he was like, zoom, off. We got some great shots, check it out. We love the little horsies. Closest we've been to the horses so far, so very exciting things. I may or may not have just crashed the drone inside that building. Hannah's being kind enough to go get it for me while I keep an eye on the car. I was going through the door. First time I did it, came through, kind of went a little too close to the wall. Second time, trying to go through the door, I think I bumped the wall, then I flew over there. I was trying to go up to get out of the building, but then slammed myself right into the side of the wall, and then it went down. So hopefully the drone is A-okay. And I tried turtle mode, did not flip over. We'll see. We have the missing culprit right here. Thank you for going and getting him, by the way. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And doesn't look too banged up, bruised too much. He looks like he's good to go to the next place. We found some wildlife
Can I try to feed one of
for the first time. Don't feed it.
Can I try?
No. Don't feed it. It's a wild animal. It's gonna eat you. Let's get the zoom camera lens and get some pictures. Oh yeah, by the way, coffee at the museum, 5 out of 10. It was a latte. It was kind of good, a little watery though, so hey, what can you do? So I think that herd was actually a herd of reindeer. So I'm gonna have to call Santa because I think he got some reindeer on the run in Iceland. Currently driving on top of a mountain, literally driving through clouds, and there's tons of snow, can't see anything. So we made it back down to civilization. We made it out of the clouds, didn't crash, didn't die, beautiful view. So we might have made a mistake. We didn't actually call ahead for the hotel, and when we got there, someone was saying they had a family emergency, so they didn't have anyone to help us in the room.
Wasn't a very safe-looking hotel anyway.
Yeah, it was fine. But so we called the number, no answer. It actually hung up on us. Then we decided we're just gonna stay in the car tonight. So this is our humbled abode for the evening. And we're gonna wake up when the sun wakes up, probably at 5:30, go on a hike to go see a cool place that I don't know how to pronounce. I'll show you some video right now. Hopefully we get a good nice rest, and then we're gonna go maybe to Husavik tomorrow, find a place that we could sleep, and call her home. All right, wish us luck. If we get eaten by Arctic foxes, you'll never see this, so it won't matter. Good morning. Slept a little longer than we thought we were going to. I guess the sun didn't wake us up as I was expecting, but a beautiful day, a little chilly, and let's go on an adventure. So here we are, we made it. Sleeping in the car was in fact worth it to get to this spot. It's pretty magical. I still don't understand how that geometric shape in rocks is made. I get it happens, but how? Just how? It was a long walk out here. We're now on the very edge, just about before the cliff falls off. So pretty magical place, if you do say so myself. All right, here we are in Husavik. Finally made it. After a night of sleeping in the car, we have this beautiful hotel, beautiful view. We have geothermal bath we're gonna check out tomorrow night. But my favorite part about this is sleeping in this bed here and taking off these boots that I haven't had off in over 24 hours. So time to chillax, get a shower, get rested for tomorrow's adventure. And in Husavik, we're gonna meet somebody from the States to go whale watching. So hopefully I make my friend. Friend by I mean I want to make a whale friend, just to clarify. In case you didn't know. Let me tell you, this morning, this little coffee place behind me has some good coffee. I'd say 7 out of 10. Second best coffee so far here in Husavik. So only can go up from here, right? I think we just witnessed the boat we're taking tomorrow to go whale watching pull off. It's a little chilly, starting to snow a little bit here in Husavik. My hand's gonna be so cold. Wish me luck. Might be the last of the vlog till after because I'm not gonna bring Mr. Fluffy Mike up here. So Hopefully we get some shots of whales and hopefully puffins. We got some good news, we got some bad news. Good news, I made a friend. Bad news, it was not a whale. It was a whole ton of puffins hanging out, flying over the water. Got some great shots, check it out. Let me know what you think. But sadly, we did not see a whale. Well, at least I didn't. There's a little tiny one. I'll put the name up here because I don't remember what it's called, but Hannah saw one. I did not get to see it. So it was a very small whale, it just went whoop whoop, up and down really quick, missed it. Have to come back to Iceland, I guess. What a shame, what a shame. Amazing, but now my ride's left me. I need a hitchhike. All right, I think I found someone. Can I have a ride, please?
No, get out.
They said that's mean. I'm not gonna like this ride. It's not how Uber should. Oh my gosh, almost fell.
Did you get a good picture?
I got an amazing picture. Hopefully it came out sweet.
You stand on the side
This
of the road in Iceland?
could have been one of the shots I was talking about from before. So check it out. What do you think? This is how crazy my schedule would get. I had faith that someday something might happen where I could be able to do this full time. I didn't want to just up and leave my job right away, so I wanted to wait till the summer. So for the next 6 months straight, I was going nonstop, 19 to 21 hours a day. Sometimes I had a rest day, but those are far and few between. So I get home around 11 o'clock, I might have dinner, I might want to sit down, relax for a few minutes, and then I'd take probably an hour rest. And then I get up, edit for 2 more hours, and then finally go back to sleep until I have to get up at around 7:30 just to do it all over again. On my 15-minute breaks, I would post. On my 30-minute breaks during lunch, I would edit. Then when I got home from work, before I left for the evening to go teach, I would edit and maybe take a nap if I could. And then guess what? Get home, do it all again. Having a schedule like that is really not for everybody. I don't recommend it to most people because it is so tiring and there's so many different things going on. I had 5 things in my life that I was doing at the exact same time, and I'm not someone that likes to quit anything, so I just wanted to keep going. But that came with a sacrifice of time, not being able to spend with friends, family. So you have to really choose wisely, choose the people and tell them this is what I'm doing because I love it, I want to do it, I'm trying to become better, and maybe involve them somehow so they could come along for the ride with you. This brings us to now. I've been on my own, going full-time for 2 years, and it's exactly where I was always hoping I'd end up. So now I'm looking for the next chapter in my career where I hope to be doing more of the same thing, making videos that I never thought was possible before. So work hard, keep learning, stay consistent in whatever it is that you do, and it might surprise you where you'll end up. I think I've got some amazing photos and I couldn't be happier, so I'd say check number 1 off. Even though I didn't get that volcano shot, I'm more than happy with all the shots I got. I mean, not every day do you get to fly behind a waterfall. It also breaks my heart I didn't get to make friends with a whale. But I did see so many puffins, so I made tons of puffin friends, got some great shots of them. So I'd say, even though I didn't make friends with the whale, still a success, I did make some friends here in Iceland. Now, the moment you all been waiting for, the coffee. 8 out of 10 at the Geyser restaurant and 8 out of 10 in Husavik down by the harbor. Geyser restaurant, you win the best coffee in Iceland. All in all, it was an absolute amazing trip here in Iceland. I couldn't be more thankful to everyone that made this possible and made my dream become a reality. And if you want to see an epic montage of all the shots I got during my time here in Iceland, check this video out or the link down in the comments below. Write in the comments where you think I'll be going next, subscribe, and I'll see you there. I can't believe the time has almost come to head home. I thought it was bad when we almost ran out of gas in Iceland. This is far more intense. I thought this video was gonna be totally over by now. We're back in New Hampshire, in America, down on the tarmac. Turn my phone off of airplane mode. And what do I get? Call me, it's an emergency. My ride my good man over here, he may or may not have blown up this truck here on his way down to pick us up. His girl came down, picked us up in Boston, then we met him up here. It's currently 10 o'clock at night. Icelandic time, that means it's 2 a.m. AAA didn't want to come out, but I think they're sending one. Oh, they're literally calling me right now. Hold on. Hello? Did you say 60 minute? Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. The good thing is though, we have playing cards, we have friends, and that's what adventures are about. Let's go play some cards and wait for the tow truck guy to come.